Good morning. We are doing the second of 5 basic sales training videos for the staff today, and what we are going over today is one versus one, client versus sale, upsell versus unsell, and how you fit needs analysis into that. We have gone over before feature advantage benefit, and where we are now, this ties into that, product knowledge, feature advantage benefit is really valuable to get yourself from what your customers need to know and what they want to know about your product to the valuable information that is for them, and that's where we are now. This is about taking your feature advantage benefit information and matching that with your customers' expectations, their needs, and their budgets. Okay? This segment is called One Pen, Two Pen, Red Pen, Blue Pen. And the idea here is that no two interactions are the same, even with the same product. And we need to make sure that we're identifying the customer's needs, wants, and realities with what we're presenting, what we're selling, and that those things are going to match. For this example, to start, again, we have our pen. And this pen, as we discussed in the last video, has innate features and innate advantages and innate benefits to a multitude of people. You can start a revolution with it, you can write a book with it, so on and so forth. But not every pen is the same. And not every purchaser of a pen is the same. Our specific example for that is one versus one. When is a pen different than a pen? And when is a client more interested in your pen versus the other pen? Okay? To give you a visual on that, this is a pen, this is a pen. Same product, same tool, same utensil, same result. Two completely different items. Two different customers. This pen sells for about $300. This pen, my local bank gives me for free. Okay? And one pen, two pen, red pen, blue pen, it's still a pen. It still functions exactly the same way. But understanding your product and selling both of these items based on feature, advantage, and benefit are not going to get you the same result. So what we need to look at is not just our product. We have to know our product. You as a sales professional, as someone in the sales industry with a product, whatever that product is, you have to know what your product does for its features, advantages, and benefits. But you have to understand your customer. You have to understand your clientele. You have to understand when a pen is not a pen. In order to sell either of these products, you have to make sure that you're presenting them in the right way. And that presentation comes from your client, not from you. That presentation has to be tailored to their needs, their expectations, their realities. Because if your client needs a pen and you try to sell them a Mont Blanc, you're in trouble. Not everyone is going to walk into a store and pull value from a $300 pen. A lot of people in mass markets are actually put off and offended by luxury items and things like that. And people in luxury markets would be offended that you would try to sell them a 30-cent pen. So you have to understand your client. You have to understand what the needs are of the people that you are presenting to and informing and interacting with. Okay? Budget's a part of it. But, you know, budget only has to do with the financial end of a transaction. Nobody buys this pen because they really like spending $300 on a pen. They buy this pen because it says something about them. They buy this pen because it's a statement on a table in a meeting. Because it's a representation of their wealth or perceived wealth or whatever those defining characteristics are. We talked about the Prius last time. The Prius is sold not because of its fantastic gas mileage. The Prius is sold as an extension of somebody's ethos and what they want people to perceive. Okay? Now, you want to make sure that you're not upselling out of a sale. Because I can sit almost anyone down and go over all of the amazing things that people are going to think, that the image that you're going to project, blah, 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 for this pen. Okay? But if you can't afford it, it doesn't do you any good. And I don't get a sale. Because I just talked you into a pen that you can't afford, and now you're not leaving with this one. You're leaving with none, and you feel terrible. Because you feel like you can't afford the one that you should have. Okay? Upsell versus unsell. Talking yourself out of a deal is the worst thing that you can do. And it comes not from a lack of feature, advantage, benefit knowledge. You can know everything there is to know about both of these products. It comes from a lack of understanding your customers, your clients, your prospects' needs and budgetary constraints or lack thereof. His wants, his desires, his motivations. The motivations that your prospect customer has are specific to each interaction, and you have to identify those, and a lot of times you have to identify them very, very quickly. But to upsell somebody out of a deal is fatal to your success, to your business's success, to your closing ratios, so on and so forth. So, again, 1 pen, 2 pen, red pen, blue pen. We're selling the same products, okay, all across the world. And we're competing with other people that are also selling those same products. Knowing your product, vital. Knowing your customer, also vital. It's the heart and the liver of the organism. And so you need to make sure that you're looking at, okay, am I maximizing value on this? Am I maximizing the value for that customer? Have I presented the value, the features, the advantages, the benefits that they need that I can sell? Because you do want to upsell. Upsell is absolutely vital. You have to make sure that the correct amount of product, the correct tier of product, is matching what your customer needs and also what you can sell. Because an upsell is inclusive. Look at GoDaddy. You go onto GoDaddy to buy a $9 web domain, they upsell you 5 different times on a website. They don't even have to talk to you. They're offering you email, they're offering you hosting, they're offering you website tonight, free this, free that, buy this one, buy that one. This one's only $1.99 a year or $1.99 a month. Then you get to it, all of a sudden it's $24 because it's a year. Okay? But what they don't do is they don't unsell you. Okay? They've systemized how they're going to upsell you and create value. Okay? They show you what it does, they tell you what it costs, and then they back off. Now, every sort of a sales job or position, has innate circumstances and unique things. Okay? So you're going to deal with things that you're going to come back to me and say, well, this is different. No, it's not. It's all the same. Okay? If you know your product and if you know your customers, it's all the same. I don't care what you're selling. That part doesn't matter. At the moment, I'm selling you on the fact that you can sell something. Unsell is where we can end up when we take someone who's looking for this and we tell them all about this. Luxury companies make a lot of money because their per piece profit margins are higher. And therefore, their salespeople get paid more per transaction. Everything else. And yet, at the end of the day, mass market companies have generally higher profit margins overall, and are larger companies overall. So you have to pick, or you can do both. You can offer a mass market product and then upsell to a luxury good. The reason why luxury good makers are niche operators is because it's really hard to do both of those at the same time, and your salespeople can get lost. Make sure that you're taking your product to fit your customers' needs, upselling it to a reasonable level, and executing that based on needs. Their needs, not yours. Okay? We all need to make that extra commission. We all need to add that padding to the deal, or we all have that side product, the dollar bet on the blackjack table in Vegas. Okay? Where your odds go from like 3 to 1 on the blackjack table to 25 to 1 on the dollar. Okay? We all have that extra thing in sales that generates that extra amount of profit, an extra amount of money, and everything else. But if you focused on that to the exclusion of the customer's needs in the deal, you're going to lose the whole thing, and then you get nothing out of it. And that's what we want to make sure that you're not doing. That's not transpiring in your transactions. Okay, you have to support your product knowledge, feature, advantage, benefit, with interaction understanding. Okay, product knowledge. That got small at the end there. Product knowledge with interaction understanding. Okay, these have to be merged. You have to support all of your facts and features and advantages and benefits with a feeling, an understanding, a situational awareness of where you are in your interaction. Okay, and where your client is in their interaction. Do you have the decision maker in front of you? Are you selling a product that they want and need? Are you matching their time frames? Okay? Can your customer support levels and product delivery levels match their expectations? These things have to fit together. And you have to make sure that you're not over-promising and under-delivering. And that you're not under-promising. Because if you're under-promising your product, you're going to end up selling on price. Because your competitor's going to do a better job. That's, feature, advantage, benefit, but that's also client understanding. What is their expectation, and how can you merge their needs, their expectation, with your reality? Product, feature, advantage, benefit, customer service support, warranties, back end, financing. All of these things come together in a package, okay? And at the end of the day, we're still selling a pen. This pen's got a financing package. This pen doesn't. This pen's got 1.9. This pen's got 3.9. This pen comes with a 1-800 number with, your own personal concierge, so on and so forth. So, you have to make sure that you're identifying your market's assumptions, their understanding of your product, their expectation of the delivery, usefulness, and support levels of that product with your realities, your companies, your industries, your personal realities and support levels that are available. These have to meet, they've got to merge in order for you to be successful. The competition levels in the sales environments today are at all-time highs. With, in the late 80s, early 90s, it was all the telephone deals. Toll-free number, this and this and this. And so, magazines were still prevalent and people did have options, but they had to get on the phone and all of that. It's moved way beyond that. With the internet, information is readily available, universally. Any product, you can research it, you can find the bottom line, but that brings us to why you can't sell on price. If all you're doing is talking about, let me sell you this product, let me tell you how cheap mine is compared to this guy's, or talking down somebody else's product in order to try to in order to try to sell yours, it's a losing game now. It doesn't work that way anymore. There's too much availability of information. There's too many opportunities for people to simply go click, click, not really, click, click, they're all the same. They are all the same. The difference is, are we recognizing their needs? Are we providing support? Are we following through, following up? Because anyone can come in and hammer you. And you know what? If you're one of the hammer guys and you're old school and that's how you do it and it's successful for you, congratulations. You're on your way out. You're a dinosaur. The world's changing. It doesn't work that way anymore. And it's time that as sales professionals that we recognize this and step up to the plate. And fantastic companies all over the world are doing exactly that. They're saying, you know what? Our customers are more important. The experience is more important. The look, the feel, the vibe, the truth of the experience is more important than slamming this guy down on the concrete, taking his wallet. Those guys are going away, okay? Because there's too much information, there's too much availability. There's too much resources and tools, there's too many resources and tools available to the average normal person that they didn't have 10 years ago. 5 years ago. Facebook. This company's not even a decade old. And the information that's there, the reality that's there, these things change business. The customer interactions have changed the way we do business, have changed the way that we interact with each other. And they've changed the way that we as salespeople and companies have to react to our clients. We have to look at these as clients and not sales. Okay? To sell something gets you from point A to point B financial transaction. Okay? To create a client based on product knowledge, interaction understanding, feature advantage benefit, and needs analysis. To create a client is now. This is the new reality. We don't sell a piece of product anymore. We don't sell the pen anymore and we're done. Okay? We're now saying, you know what? I want a client buying pens from me. I'm not here to slam you down and get your money for this one pen. I want a client for life. As a business, we want a client that keeps coming back. We want a continued experience. Okay? We want to wish you happy birthday. We want to interject. We want to be on social media with you. Overtly we're begging for it. But in the back end, are we really earning it? Do you have the clients, or are you selling a product? So we need to look at that, and we need to make sure that we're following our feature advantage benefit, we're following our product knowledge with customer interaction, with understanding what our clients need, and why they're talking to us, why they're offering to buy something from us, which one of the pens has the value for that client. And we got to stop making a sale, and we have to start building a client list.